Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming in Civilization 5, the Netherlands. So we founded Utrecht. We're kind of making our way around our little, well, oversized atoll is kind of what it is. I mean, you notice it kind of looks a little bit like this, but much, much bigger. Kind of like that. That's what we're doing. Public declaration from the Zulus, because the Zulus are aggressive little boogers. They're protecting Sydney. Lies! They will kill Sydney. Australia, never trust the Zulus. They will betray all of you. What do we want to do here in Rotterdam? I guess we should probably work on like a circus and get that happiness, so we don't suffer quite as many growth problems, because Utrecht needs to grow, man. It's got to happen eventually. Swear that it does. And unfortunately, we don't have any more luxury resources right now. Except embassy, sure. Now, one thing that's kind of cool about having Indonesia is because of their advantage of getting new luxuries every time they settle on an island or continent that's different from their original starting location, that usually means that they always have something to trade, which is good. So being on good terms with Indonesia is not a bad thing. They're also fairly warlike. They could cause some damage if they wanted to. Definitely, they could. What do we want to do with this worker? I guess we'll send him up to deal with the cattle. Reformation belief added to Zoroastrianism. However you say that. I guess we'll go ahead and get our spices. I mean, we might as well set up the plantation to get the culture, even though it won't fix our happiness issues whatsoever. You know, you never know. It gives us something else to trade. I can hear my wife listening to Good Mythical Morning in the other room. That's going to be fun. Good show. Good guys. Rhett and Link. They are fun. I liked them back before they were Good Mythical Morning. Facebook song, man. Alright, Liberty. We can pick up Meritocracy. An awesome idea, even in real life. +1 happiness for each city you own connected to the capital, which will happen once I get harbors. No problem. Also, less unhappiness from citizens. Plus, by finishing Liberty, we will gain a free great person of our choice, which I'm a big fan of. Oh, you don't want to hear me talk anymore, Enyali? Is that what's going on?
I'm watching you too.
You want to watch Good Mythical Morning in peace? I understand. That's fine. All right. Not that I'm shilling for Good Mythical Morning too much, but I do enjoy their show. I don't mind saying it. All right, let's go ahead and pick up a... What do we want? Great Engineer or Great Scientist? One of these two. What should it be? Great Engineer would be good if we want to get a wonder quickly. Are there any wonders that we really care about right now? Not really. Not terracotta. Pyramids, probably not. None of those are big deals. What about science? What are we heading toward? Great Wall? Not that useful right now. If we got a great engineer, we'd need to sit on it for a long time. Whereas this is early enough in the game that getting an academy could actually be really good. I'm going to go for the great scientist. Not something I always do, but when I do, I usually prefer Dos Equis. No, sorry. We're going to go ahead and put a academy on this tundra tile so that it's not worthless, and the extra 8 science or so per turn at this early in the game, and by early I mean like medieval era, it'll still add up. Still pretty good. So I think we'll do that. No problem whatsoever. Also, we're putting it deliberately on the city that's going to have the National College and get the best base benefit from it. 8 science, there we go, perfect. Barbarians have been discovered on Citrus and Whale Island. What else is going on down here? Well, I don't see a lot of other places I'd want to settle over in this direction, really. I mean, getting the dyes and stuff would be nice, but Florence already claimed them. I do think that founding a city right here would actually be pretty good. We'd get access to the whales, a lot of fish, some citrus, some plant, bananas, hills, horses. Not bad, all in all. And a river. Could be pretty good. Founding a city on this island would also be nice. Maybe one right here, as had originally been suggested. Could be good. I don't know. I think we're going to expand a couple more times in this game, but not quite yet. Let's go ahead and work on, let's say, another shrine. We've cleared a forest for Utrecht. That'll speed up said shrine quite a bit. Targeting nearby encampment, are you? That's fun. Granary. Yes, and now we're growing, actually, finally. We're growing a little bit faster. Not a lot happening here, and in the meantime, we're upsetting Sydney. I am so sorry. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We'll probably explore a bit more up in this direction. You really want my spices, but you have nothing to offer me except for your gold per turn. Tell you what, you give me 8 gold per turn, there we go. You may have my spices. Thank you very much, sir. Pleasure doing business with you. I'm going to kill you someday. Shri Pada. Where is it? Where is it? It's right here. Sophia has it. City-states always get the darn things, I'm telling you. City-states always find those natural wonders and get them. It's like written into the game. It's unfortunate. Spices and ivory are over. Why?
Bagyo.
Who had the spices? Assyria. Sorry, you have the ivory. Let's renew this deal, please. Thank you, sir. Bring us up to 2 happiness. Nice. You go up to the north. I want to find out everything that's going on in these areas. Aser. There you are. Mombasa. Kiev. There's another Assyrian city right here. I can see the borders. Sophia is undertaking a project. Honestly, when you're playing on the higher difficulties of Immortal and Deity, you really want to focus on every single mission that the AI can give you. But on Emperor difficulty, this is kind of a more casual playthrough for me, which is why I feel a lot more comfortable creating it as a series. You know, I know if people have suggested I should play on Immortal difficulty, because clearly I'm doing fine on an Emperor difficulty, and it's true. And I really should, in my own spare time. But I'm not nearly comfortable enough with it that I can justify making a series out of it. More often than not, I'm going to fail and do bad things. Let's go ahead and build a Colosseum, because we're going to need it, I suspect, fairly soon. My happiness is going down. I didn't even realize that the Zulus and Indonesia were at war, but there we go. Sydney and the Zulus are allies. Kiev longs for culture. We can probably arrange that. Let's go ahead and get some grain, get the wheat. That will be sufficient for us, and get some more farms for the food and whatever the heck else. And in Utrecht, I suppose a watermill would make some sense. So we'll do exactly that. The Zulus haven't announced Indonesia. Elizabeth built the pyramids. The Pantheon, god of the sea. Makes sense to me. And Utrecht demands dies. So we want to be friends with Florence, is what I'm hearing out of that arrangement. Well, okay then. Sydney is still going to be quite unhappy with me, but I'm very sorry. There's not a lot I can do about it right now. We just got bombarded by some stupid barbarians. So let's sit here for a second. In Rotterdam, we shall build another Colosseum. That'll lead us toward the Circus Maximus and other stuff, but mostly I just want to make sure that my happiness is on par so I don't have any growth issues. Because that's already starting to prove a bit problematic. This looks to be an unoccupied island with a surprising amount of livestock. Sheep, sheep, sheep. Cattle, horses. Pretty good if you want to grow, and it's even got a lot of production because of the desert, which is kind of cool. Oh, we found the barbarian encampment. Okay, probably going to take a bit more damage. Ha-ha! There's gold! Okay. Now this place looks a bit more interesting to me. England's probably going to get there first, but this isn't actually a bad place to settle. My gosh, it's such a weird island. So resource-rich. And a ruin. Sure. We should probably prioritize sending our archer down that ways. See if we can get it. It's going to take a long time to get there, though. Looks like that wheat is already done. We'll move down this direction. The spearman is no longer really necessary to sit there, so okay. Might as well grab the horseback riding, I suppose. Let's go ahead and send this Dutch spearman actually down here instead of the archer. Hey, chocolate! Cocoa! You know, I've heard it said that very soon we will be running out of chocolate in the world. Like in the next 20, 30, 40 years or something like that. Because demand has increased so much. But the production of chocolate, and coffee for that matter, have not really gone up. It's going to be interesting to see if that actually happens, or if the economy kind of rights itself. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Looks like you're going to pick up this tile instead of picking up the iron, which is what I really want, but okay. You know, we'll make do with what we got. Let's go ahead and start building a road to connect up to Amsterdam. Now, yes, the harbors will be able... Come on, seriously, let me out. Let me out. Do nothing. The harbors, when I get them, will be enough to get a city connection, it's true, but I still will want to be able to travel along the mainland pretty rapidly. There's something to be said about that. Let's go ahead and start working toward guilds, because that will give us some money opportunities that I'm a fan of. Still working on these Colosseums. I don't think we're going to have happiness issues for too darn long. Oh gosh, let me out! Let me out of here, please. I don't want to upset... Okay, crossover cities land. I didn't want to upset you, Sydney. I'm very sorry, but you made it difficult. You blocked me again. It's like you keep saying, get out of my lands, but if you're blocking the door, it's kind of hard to do that. I can't take you very seriously when you're saying things like that, Sydney. Alright. Amsterdam. Workshops. Heck yes. It is time to get the workshops. I know I'm trespassing in Sydney. I'm sorry. I don't wanna. Medieval era, still trespassing. Hey, great prophet has been born. That's excellent. We can now found our own religion. We will do exactly that. Let me out. Thank you. All right. What do we want to found? Good question. What do we want to found? I'm going to found Judaism. Why not? Oral tradition actually makes sense with Judaism, considering what it is. Founder belief. What do we want? Tithe is really good. Really good. That's actually not bad, really. Papal primacy is, I think, an underestimated ability for the right play style. Church property could be good, except I'm pretty confident that we are going to be getting a lot more followers because of high population cities. So tithe is really good. We'll pick it up. Follower belief. Asceticism, cathedrals. Do I want cathedrals? That would definitely give me some options as far as going for a cultural victory if I want to. So let's do it. Found Judaism. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. We may or may not want to go for a cultural victory. I haven't really decided yet. We're kind of going to see how the balance of power ends up, but having the option is never a bad thing. So we'll do that. Let's see. You sit tight because I can't really get out of there. There you go. You go this direction. Thanking you. Who wants to talk to me? You want to kill Indonesia. Sorry, I have absolutely no interest in helping the Zulus. No Bamba. Oh, they lost their primary city. They lost their capital. I wasn't aware. Ah, sucks to be you, sir. I feel no pity. But still, sucks to be you. Alright, so the Zulus are having a hard time. They may very well get murdered by Indonesia fairly on. In fact, it looks like Indonesia was probably the aggressor in that particular fight. World's most progressive people, which is the most number of social policies. Elizabeth, surprisingly, is doing really well. We still haven't met that last player. We'll see how that ends up turning out. I guess we'll continue to trade with Samarkand. I haven't really got a lot of trade range right now. That'll fix itself eventually, I suppose. Samarkand has finished their projects. Quebec City has finished their projects. I think the one thing we're not going to do is go for a diplomatic victory. I think I can safely say I have no interest in doing that. I've done it before. It's a pretty easy way to win the game. I think I would rather do other things. I'm not sure I want to go for a militaristic victory, though. Maybe we decide we want to go for science. But there's nothing wrong with going for a cultural victory if you can pull it off, right? So, I don't know. I'm leaving my options open. Could be good. Let's get ourselves a granary, because there's actually a lot of food to be had with said granary. Plus 2 food, plus extra food from the wheat. 2 sources of wheat that we will have on that city.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement with England?
I would, but 4 is not good enough. 7. Thank you. See? The power of negotiating. Negotiate your salary, people. It's important. Trade route plundered. Gosh dang, stupid, filthy barbarians. Alright, we're going to have to send our trireme to try and deal with that, but we just lost a cargo ship, which is unfortunate. Technology, where do we want to go next? Compass. We're going to start working our way toward Compass, I think. Get those harbors, get those city connections, get those extra trade routes and everything else. It's always good. Terracotta Army is done. Okay, let's heal up a little bit. I think I should probably consider getting myself another settler before some of these places go away. There's some pretty good locations, 95 gold, not quite worth the trip. There are some pretty good locations to settle, and I want to snag those before the AI does, because the AI does tend to be a lot more aggressive about settling than I do. I'm very conservative about that. I know we don't have a lot of the happiness that we're looking for, but I still think that it's going to be a good call. Let's go ahead and fight these barbarians. And let's train up another settler. It'll take 4 turns, I'm aware. But I think it's worth it. Let's get a mine. Continue to do some damage to barbarians. Let's go ahead and switch to a food focus so that we can train this guy a teensy... Well, that surprisingly didn't work. Huh. Default focus, then. No, go production focus. 4. Huh. Alright, never mind. We will have 4 turns instead of 5 turns. I thought we probably wouldn't be able to have any major difference. We could probably eke out a little bit of extra other stuff, but whatever. It's probably fine. So Trireme, go forth and patrol the area. Make sure that these barbarians learn their place. Samarkand, you would be fun to conquer. It looks like you're the only source of cocoa in the game. Would be fun. Utrecht has managed to grow a little bit. We'll do some damage. Okay. I do want to take this spot. Or this spot. Probably this one. This one makes more sense. I do want to take this spot. It's a good location. It's going to provide a good springboard to a lot of the other nations in the world. It's going to have a lot of resources to take advantage of. It's just a good spot. I want to take it. But we need to clear the area of barbarians first, so we don't take any unnecessary risks. Let's sit back there. Let's go ahead and get better fighting versus naval. And let's kill off those barbarians. New social policy. Okay. Exploration kind of makes a bit of sense to me. We're going to have a lot of coastal cities, and maritime infrastructure alone is a fantastic tenant to pick up. We'll also get extra happiness from harbors, seaports, and lighthouses. Very good. The Admiral's not a big deal. Merchant Navy, more gold, and production from the East India Trading Company, and so on, and then gold from sea trade routes. Exploration is just straight up good. And again, if we decide to go for a artistic or cultural victory type, then that's going to be also very beneficial for us. Sweden!
Främling, välkommen till Snökonungens rike.
I don't know what you said, but I imagine it was very polite. Good to meet you, Sweden. Glad you joined this game. Glad we don't have Portugal in the game for the first time in like 4 freaking ever. Barbarian encampment cleared. Let's send the settler off this direction. Try to stick to the land as much as we can. Let's keep an eye out for any barbarians. Just patrol the route. Okay, Utrecht. What are you going to do now? I think you should build a Colosseum because we're going to have happiness issues fairly soon. Let's get, I don't know, what should we get? Let's get ourselves another worker, actually, because I think that we're going to need that at some point pretty soon. Gold and an embassy. I don't really care about the embassy, so I'm going to instead ask for 8. Nope, not that. 7. 7 gold it is. Thank you, sir. Happy to trade away my spices. Everyone except for the Zulus may have spices. My spices are the bestest kind of spices. They're the kind that make you high. Oh, no, sorry, what am I talking about? Let's send this worker also down this direction. We'll be prepared to take advantage of some of these tiles, like the citrus, pretty much as soon as possible, so we don't have too many happiness issues. Barbarian encampment has been eliminated. That's Sydney wanted, and Florence wanted. That's great. Doesn't seem to have actually done me much favors. Oh, wait, no, somebody else eliminated the barbarian camp. Probably this one right here. So that's fine. Okay. Chichen Itza has been built. That's usually one that the AI prioritizes for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I've never really thought of it as that good. It's pretty good, but it's not that good. Goddess of Love. Oh my, Sweden. Sweden? You decided that you want to be very promiscuous? Possibly. Stables is actually pretty good here. We'll get like 3 production from the cattle, the horses, and the sheep total. That's pretty good. We'll take it. Why not? Absolutely. City connection established down here. That's pretty nice. I'm going to say you can just kind of do your own thing now. No, I'm going to actually tell you to go here, and we'll build a road to Utrecht as well. Okay. I think we're going to need a lighthouse at some point, because that's going to give us extra happiness. Is it really a priority right now? Probably not. The culture is actually going to be more important for us. Sure. Eventually, that'll be more beneficial. But for now, no real need. We'll get some more social policies, and eventually it'll become more worthwhile. Let's send the archer down this direction, make sure that the road is clear. It certainly seems to be. Sophia wants Judaism, do you? Okay. Well, welcome our Jews, and we will take good care of you. That's all I have to say. Spices and GPT to Shaka. You're Shaka, right? I mean, I guess the Zulus do get my spices, but they have to pay dearly for it. Manje, whatever. 7. Thank you. You may go into debt for my spices. That's how good they are. That's going to have to be the end of this video, though. So thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus with Civilization 5, the Netherlands. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.